Aloha, Hallie Norm here in the Puna district of the Big Island of Hawaii. So today's video, I'm going to try to get you a little caught up if you've never been to my channel before. This is kind of what I ended up buying. Was you walk up and this is what you got. You can't see nothing. So the terrain is either really thick forest, or once you get it cleared off, it becomes just very little bit of soil and lava shelf. Got myself an excavator. We're going to do a 600-hour review. I've had it for 1 year. I came out and I played a little bit, made myself a pond, pulled a few rocks out. You know, while you're grubbing, it just happens. That excavator has no problem with them at all. I'm here today to talk about having this John Deere mini excavator. I've had it for a year now, almost to the day, and I've got just over 600 hours, clock hours, that is, of time on the machine. At 250 hours, it was 250 bucks. At 500 hours, it was 500 bucks. You got to take the oils, liquids, fuel, whatever, send them off to be analyzed, and you got to pay for it. Not only do you got to pay for the little plastic bottles for the fluids to go in, you got to pay for the shipping to the place to test them. And it was like $35 from Hawaii to the mainland. I had to ship to, I think it was 3 or 4 different places. Way too many. Should have been able to just take it down to the dealership and they should have taken care of it. But, to the review. Because of the thick forest, I have had some issues with my machine. So, not a design error, it's a operator fault. This is the headlight they give you. Well, if I get up here close enough, you might be able to see that's not really looking straight. That's because I got all these trees so close together. I cut a limb on there and bent that nice strong piece of metal. And I've also bent the hydraulic lines. And I pinched them. Bent this portion right here. And pinched this portion right here up inside there. That's it's from just working hard, getting in there where it's real tight. So flaws that I found. John Deere has a few, and I would say their first flaw is the owner's manual. Well, some of the pictures and some of the things they tell you on how to do your maintenance aren't really factual. And the book. First drop of water, the text started smearing in the owner's manual. That definitely gives me a thought that I don't want to buy the $150 maintenance manual. If it's printed the same way on ink that's going to run as soon as it gets wet, that's not good. Another complaint is the seat belt. It doesn't go back in properly. Pinches and becomes a real nuisance. So those are two flaws that they have, the book and the seat belt. So I guess let's talk about the things I broke. I broke bent the mounting for the light, bent 2 major hydraulic lines, the steel lines, cut and bent one one of the hydraulic hoses. Had to have that replaced on that knuckle up there. Down here, for my push bar, I had a piece of wood, a little limb, and had it get caught just perfect right there, pushing this direction, and snap this line. Well, prior to that happening, down here, the same thing. A twig got up there, pushed on that line, pinched it onto the frame, and I thought I was going to have to replace that line, but sure enough, before I replaced it, I broke it right there. The replacement wasn't hard. I've had rocks get over the top of it, land between the track and the push bar, and kind of mess things up a little bit. It drags here and there, and if it pops onto the track, it might roll right up against the machine. And if you got your arm swinging at the same time, you can get pinched in there. Get that tore up some. Don't take nothing to get the nice metal cover to come off. The fuel pump is down in here. There it is. There's the fuel pump. And what happened was a stick came up through the bottom, just happened to catch it just right. That 1 in a billion. And it caught the electrical connection to the electric fuel pump, ripped the wire out. Well, that thing is so tight in there, that wiring for that pump is so tight in there, that after multiple tries, it took 3 hours before I got it back on the road. That's the hole that the stick of wood went in and just caught just perfect on that fuel pump electric and ripped it off. So I asked my dealer how long my tracks would last, and he told me that here in Hawaii about 700 hours, about all you can expect out of them. And we've got so much lava rock that it starts to tear them up. For an example, here's some metal already showing on the tracks. Well, that's not really the worst thing that can happen to them. Where they start to fail, what I've been told, is when they start to get ripped. And yeah, sure enough, I got some chunks starting to come out. I ripped off this little piece right here. Got it caught on a piece of lava and just rolled over the top of it and ripped it. So I've gone ahead and ordered a new set of tracks, both sides, and looks like it's going to end up being about $3,000. So just so it won't be a total loss to the homestead, these tracks, they will become a raised bed garden. Well, 2 raised bed gardens, and we'll get some more life out of them. So this 26G John Deere mini excavator has not failed to show me the strength that it's got in any of my applications, but it's never failed me. It's paid for itself every month, and I've even made a little bit for my pocket. This mini excavator is a good option for a person working a small homestead. I hope you enjoy the video and come back for more. Aloha for now. Be safe, everyone. Happy Easter.